Hi, I'm Fred Hafer Jr., President and owner of Freevon, inventors of the world's first recreational football launcher intended for professional-grade fun, the ball cannon. In this video, I'm going to speak a little bit about our product development process, the testing we did, the prototypes we developed, and the decisions we made along the way. Although I've spent most of my working life in sales and marketing roles, I have a degree in physics and I often think of myself more as an engineer. I love working with electronics and computers and just about anything mechanical. I also have a really strong entrepreneurial spirit. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamed of inventing something that I could commercialize. As a young child, I was always building some contraption in my dad's workshop. Friends and family would often suggest that I commercialize my idea or try to patent it. Unfortunately, I never had the resources, the time, or the money. However, that all changed in 2005 when I purchased Omnitech Automation. Omnitech designs and manufactures custom automated manufacturing equipment. The machines Omnitech builds have complex electrical and mechanical systems, are controlled by industrial computers, and include precision electrical motors, robots, and vision systems. Omnitech has an in-house team of highly experienced technical resources, including engineers, electricians, machinists, assembly technicians, and programmers. With Omnitech's resources and my entrepreneurial spirit and engineering background, I thought that designing a football throwing machine would be an exciting project, and if we were successful, something we'd be able to commercialize. Since there were no other recreational football throwing machines in the market, I was confident that I had identified a huge market opportunity. However, I was also concerned that someone else would hear about my idea and attempt to develop a similar product. So I decided to keep the project confidential. For the first few years, we rarely told anyone outside of the company what we were working on, and usually only referred to it using its project number, 2587-OAI. Our first goal was to figure out how to launch a football some reasonable distance with a quality spiral spin. We literally attached solid plastic cartwheels to two power drills that we mounted to a table. The initial results were quite comical. We spent several months testing various wheel angles, spacing, speeds, and materials. Without any previous experience, it was a tedious process. However, one day, we finally dialed in on a setup that launched footballs consistently with a tight spiral. We were so excited with the results, it gave us the confidence to continue exploring our new product idea. In the days, months, and literally years that followed, we worked on design and testing ways to change the launch angle, the distance of the launch, and the ability to launch balls automatically. The process involved a lot of trial and error, time, and money. We were also working on the project in between the automation projects at Omnitech, projects that paid the bills. One of the most significant underlying challenges was to come up with a design that was also economical. I was targeting a price that was similar to an Xbox or iPad or a higher-end sporting good. With the technology and experience we had available to us at Omnitech, I was pretty confident we could design a successful working product. But unlike Omnitech's automation projects, we needed to design it in a way that didn't rely on high-end electronics and components that would cost thousands of dollars. Our first prototypes looked more like erector sets or science experiments than a consumer product. They were heavy, complicated, and expensive to make. We designed and tested lots of different concepts, ranging from spring-loaded systems to chain drive mechanisms to cam-based concepts and many others. We purchased screen door closers, bicycle chains, and all kinds of different consumer products to help us test our ideas. We spent years testing different types of launch wheels, electrical components, and various types of footballs. Although it was a time-consuming process, we were making significant progress every step of the way. And the likelihood of developing a recreational football launcher that could be sold at a reasonable price seemed more and more possible. In the early years, all of our testing was done with a youth-sized leather football. However, one day my marketing light bulb went off and I thought to myself, what if, instead of a leather football, we designed our football throwing machine to throw a foam football, like the NERF football. In my mind, the NERF football provided a near professional football experience, but the ball is a lot easier to catch. Even adults can sting their hands or stub their fingers trying to catch a leather football, but the foam NERF football is easy to catch by people of all ages. It also adds an extra element of fun. From this point forward, all of our design efforts and testing centered on launching a NERF football. As our design progressed and continued to look more and more promising, I wondered whether some of the elements of our design might be patentable. So I decided to contact a law firm that specialized in intellectual property. After a thorough review of our product and a patent search, we decided to file for a U.S. patent on January 20th, 2012. Around the same time, we also trademarked the name Ball Cannon. These were key milestones in the development of our product. The project had now officially transitioned from a fun side project to an active new product development effort. While the patent was being reviewed, we continued refining the product. After several years of development, we reached a point where we felt our design satisfied all of our product performance and functionality requirements. The next step was to redesign the product for high volume manufacturing and commercialization. Although the design we developed worked perfectly, we needed to transform our mostly metal prototype into something that could be produced at a lower cost and, of course, something that looked cool. To assist our internal engineering group at Omnitech, we contracted with an industrial design and an industrial engineering firm, companies that had specific experience designing plastic parts that were aesthetically pleasing and designed for injection molding. Like the initial engineering development process, this too is a lengthy and expensive process. We reviewed lots and lots of CAD models, designs, and illustrations. In addition to redesigning our metal parts so that they could be molded out of plastic, we wanted to reduce the overall number of parts to help keep the final cost as low as possible. We also started introducing aesthetic features like curved surfaces, colors, and graphics. As we identified designs we liked, we sent our CAD files to companies that could 3D print prototype parts for us to assemble. We used these parts to test the product mechanically and to get a feel for what the final product would look like. Throughout this process, we were researching suppliers for the plastic molded parts, motors, and other electrical components that would be used in the final design. We also contacted Hasbro, the manufacturer of the NERF football, to disclose our new product idea to them and to talk to them about licensing the NERF brand name and purchasing NERF footballs to sell with our product. After nearly 6 years of development, we finally reached the point where our design worked well mechanically, was cost effective to manufacture, and looked cool. We were also thrilled to learn that Hasbro was willing to work with us. It was at this point we decided to freeze the design and commit to the tooling necessary to make the custom parts, a step that required an investment of hundreds of thousands of dollars. We also had to start developing a manufacturing process and thinking about how, where, and when we were going to sell and market the product. Thank you for watching this video and for your interest in the Ball Cannon. Not surprising, we're really proud of the work we've done and so excited to be selling the world's first recreational football launcher intended for professional grade fun, the Ball Cannon.